in my day, I saw the building of this hotel in the 1930s. It was built with oil money and was so grand. When it opened, it was the talk of the entire area. It was the tallest building between El Paso and Dallas for decades. It had ballrooms where fancy parties were held. It had a restaurant that could hold hundreds. It had a bar until Prohibition closed it down. And it had such beautiful rooms. In the 1950s, there was a couple that did what was billed as the Dance of Death by having a balcony built out of the 14th floor and doing the Charleston above the street. This was a little less deadly, actually, than those who chose to express their frustrations with the ups and downs in the oil industry by ending their lives jumping out of the windows. If you go up high enough, you can still see the ghost of a young man in his suit, barely outlined outside the window before he makes his final plunge. The number of stories at this hotel, I cannot keep up with. If you talk to people who work here, they will tell you about the glasses at the pharmacy bar that leap off of the shelving after hours. They'll tell you about the children in the basement who are only seen by other children and never by their parents. They will tell you about the cold spaces in the historic wings left by the maids who no one else can see. And just this month I heard yet another story of a young woman who had been working in the kitchen. She went in after hours when everything was closed to fix herself a sandwich at the end of her shift. The entire kitchen was dark. She just needed one more meal before she left for the evening. And yet, behind her in the darkness, she heard as clearly as I am speaking to you, a voice saying, "Please, miss, can you help me?" She dropped her plate, she left her job, and only now has come forward with this story. I highly recommend it. It's a lovely place. Do come this way.